What does AI mean for business? Okay, very simply. Before AI, I have one person. One person can produce one unit of work. Very simple. With a technology that increases productive capacity, one person times that technology equals more units of work. So it's a multiplying factor. So here, a multiplying factor is 1.2. Why is it 1.2? Doesn't matter, it's an analogy. You can calculate this yourself. How much of a multiplying factor is a car? Well, if your objective is to drive to work, how long would it take you to walk to work? How long does it take you to drive to work? The difference is the multiplying factor of the car. You still need to get to work, so you are still involved in that process, but a car multiplies your effect. The same here. A person still needs to produce work. How fast can that person produce work? Now, this is AI version 1. What happens when AI gets better? Well, it becomes more productive. It's a bigger multiplier. So, for example, rather than just a singular answer, it can now give multiple answers. To the point where, actually, as you go across versions, the multiplying factor is an exponential increase. It's a power law increase. This applies to almost all technology. It's not just artificial intelligence. Take locomotion, what I talked about. First of all is sandals. Imagine not getting stones in your feet. Next of all is a horse. Next after that is a few horses, a chariot. Next after that would be the first car. Next after that is a more modern car. Next after that is a jet. You see how it starts to move up. It's the same with artificial intelligence. Now, within this domain, I've come up with an own personal equation. It's just a way of me trying to understand the world that I see. And my equation is this, that the productive capacity of an artificial intelligence system is equal to how advanced that system is, times by how tailored it is to a certain set of workflows, divided by the difficulty of access. So let me explain the different components and why I think this. If an AI is far more advanced, by definition, it has greater capability. Therefore, it has more optionality to create productive capacity. The more tailored an AI is to the exact job that you need it to do, the more productive it can be at doing that exact job. This principle has been seen by humans for thousands of years. It's why I specifically focus on tech as opposed to farming in the fields outside. This is where I am tailored and I have detailed experience. I have no experience of farming. The other way around works. Farmers have a lot of experience, can produce a lot more crops than I could, but cannot do artificial intelligence and software development. The difficulty of access is a very big point because it's a dividing factor. If something is difficult to access, it almost doesn't matter how advanced the AI is or how tailored it is. The average person will not use it. But the easier it gets, it multiplies the above effect. And I'll give you an exact example of this. OpenAI. They released GPT in 2020. GPT that they released, GPT, the one that took off in 23, the core of all of that tech was available in 2020. What changed? They made it a web interface that you just type into. You didn't have to be a coder that understood Python and could send prompts on an API basis. You could be the average person and ask a question. OpenAI's genius moment was making it easy to access. On the productive capacity equation, they nailed the top, and then they got the bottom down to as close to zero as possible, which creates a power law effect. You can see this happening across every single industry. So in this, AI has the effect of having, it's a productive multiplier.